Okay, I want to talk about anxiety. Something that you hear a lot of people talking about is how they feel anxious and they have issues with anxiety. I've heard people say that they could be clinically diagnosed as someone who is incredibly anxious and go on pills. Um, I think I think most people have a certain amount of anxiety in their life. I think letting it rule your life is where you'll start to see some issues. So here's an example. This morning, I get the kids ready for daycare, drop them off, come home. It's my day off today. I work Saturdays, so I can have Mondays off. I get home and sit on the couch. And first thing that I feel when I go for the remote in the couch is a piece of gum. There's a piece of gum in there, and it's everywhere. It's stuck. It's gross, and you can kind of feel that welling feeling of just like, oh, what the why is this here? So I guess what had happened is this morning, Naomi was up a little bit early, and we have a cupboard that has like candy in it, and it's the cupboard she's not supposed to go into, and it's where I keep my gum. So lately she's been all about gum. So she wanted a piece of gum. She went in there, she grabbed one, she was chewing on it on the couch, I guess, and she spat it out. So just disgusting. And something that I kind of realized in the moment is the little things, they don't matter. They don't. They're not worth your attention. They're not worth the overly thinking it. It's not worth getting you welled up and angry inside. It's just not worth it. The next thing that kind of crossed my mind was what is really worth it? What is worth being incredibly worried about or incredibly upset about for a long amount of time? There's very few things, I think, that are even worth that amount of time. And I think that being overwhelmed with anxious thoughts, social anxiety, pressures in life, goals you have, and just being worried about them, I think that's something that's incredibly self-defeating. It's something it's not worth your time to worry about it. I think action is obviously worth it, but I think the worrying about it isn't. Plan accordingly, do your due diligence to make sure that you hit your goals and make sure that things are happening. But don't overcomplicate it and worry about it too much. It's not worth it. It's meaningless. It really is. So anyways, that was my thought today. Piece of gum on the couch. Sure, like there should be a consequence for maybe Naomi going into the cupboard that she wasn't. But that's really as far as it should go. It's not something that should be upsetting for a long amount of time. And I think that goes in the same fashion as even social anxiety and being worried what others think, worried about your goals in life and that kind of stuff. I mean, put thought into it, think about how you're going to get there, set your actions towards that accordingly, but don't overcomplicate it. Don't worry about it too much. In the long run, it's kind of meaningless to overcomplicate things and be super stressed out and worried about the small things. And there are a lot of small things. So, yep, that's my tidbit.